And now the NCAA Final Four postgame show.
Welcome back to the postgame show sponsored by Capital One. We hope you enjoyed that commercial where Spike Lee, Samuel L. Jackson, and Jennifer Garner are supposed to be friends.
First, can I say something, Ernie?
Is it going to be about basketball?
Possibly. Could the camera slowly push in on me? Yeah, that's good. Now, I'm going to choose my words very carefully here. As Attorney General, Pam Bondi was, and I don't say this often, terrible. It is a shame when somebody gets fired, but we should all be glad that freckle-chested dragon lady is gone. Yeah. And not to mention Christy Nome, whose husband looks like he's starring in Big Mama House 4. Look, the whole thing is a sham mockery.
Fellas, I have a surprising development. Since Charles has been talking politics, the FCC has demanded that we give equal time. So here to defend herself is former Attorney General Pam Bondi.
Hello, gentlemen. So great to be here at the Final Four years of this country.
Man, what are you doing here?
I'm sorry, Charles, but I can't let the lies you said about me go unanswered. The truth is, I was amazing at my job, and I am proud to say I made history as the first woman ever to be fired as Attorney General. I shattered that glass exit door.
TV Tan Podcast, episode 0570.
Wow.
I know.
505. What did you say? 0500?
0570.
Wow.
So that's 570. You know, with the very aspirational zero on the front of it, it will maybe hit 1,000 one day. We'll see about that. I don't know.
You know, I worked in TV and film and stuff for a long time, and I still don't really understand the aspirational zero in front of it.
It's a joke from 30 Rock. When they launched a Liz Lemon daytime talk show, and they called the pilot episode 0001.
That's right.
They never made any more than that. Yeah.
No. Poor Liz Lemon went crazy.
I
think Jack told her hair was fine or something.
Yeah. And anyway, as Tommy Milagro is on assignment in Texas for the Crockett Cup. And I'm sure he'll tell us all what the hell that's all about when he gets back. Yeah. I know he's told me about it several times, but when he does a sports report, I usually just kind of zone out. So I probably know, but I don't.
Well, Tommy, I mean, if you're listening live, and how would you be? Just let us know how it's going out there. I heard he was staying at a Super 4 hotel.
Super 4
outside of Super 4 outside of Dallas in one of the dry counties out there. That's just what I heard from him on the ground. So hopefully he's doing all right.
I saw some pictures. Apparently he was expecting it to be very warm, and it's raining like hell.
Oh, yeah, that'll happen. The cool thing about Dallas or about Texas, when it rains like hell, the streets flood. So be prepared. Hopefully he has maybe a little raft or a canoe or something.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's a Utahn, so he probably should just carry one of those with him all over the place, right?
You should be prepared no matter what. In case you're wondering who you're hearing instead of Tommy Milagro, that is Steve Koonce of the Idaho Booze podcast.
Hey.
And you can find that at, idahobooze.substack.com. Was that correct?
You can find it there. You can find it on Apple Pods. You can find it pretty much anywhere good or decent or okay podcasts are downloaded in stream.
I believe the last time you were on this podcast, it was the Idaho Booze podcast. Now there's been a bit of a transition to Craft Beer is Dead. Explain all that to me.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for asking, Bill. I really appreciate that. No, craft beer is dead is merely just craft beer is dead is merely just a column that I had. I had an idea for it maybe a year and a half ago, and it's a column that I put out on my Substack every so often when I don't want to squawk into a microphone.
Okay.
I clackety clack on the keys.
Okay.
And Tommy would tell you all about it if he was here. He knows all about writing. I mean, he's a writer. He gets it. So
Well, I am.
And you've done some writing in you've done some writing in your past. I heard more editing now, but teach their own.
Yeah. Oh, there's still a lot of writing. I'm substacking like crazy for me anyway.
That's true. I am a subscriber, so I do get all of those emails.
Go
We all appreciate it, Bill. We all appreciate it very much.
Another thing clogging up your email.
Yes. So Craft Beer is Dead is awesome. If you really love craft beer, or if you don't, it's pretty tongue in cheek. It's supposed to be kind of fun. It's supposed to be kind of different. And the nice thing is, when I put it on Reddit for everybody to read, I get called names that I don't think I'm allowed to say on this podcast.
Oh, wow.
So it's a lot of fun for me. You know me, I like the attention either way. So I'm good. You can call me whatever you want. Just read it. That's all.
Yeah, Reddit. Wow, that's dangerous territory. I've heard all about that from Tommy. He complains about it constantly, yet he keeps going back.
The great thing about Reddit is it's the you know how LinkedIn is like the pocket protector of social media.
Yeah.
Reddit is the crack cocaine. It's the Dennis and D on the sidewalk wanting more crack.
Wow.
That is Reddit.
Wow.
And to everybody out there, I love you guys on Reddit, but good Lord, not only is it the meanest place on the internet, it's also the most sensitive. It is just like if MAGA became a social media.
Yeah.
And it was just like just so they get hurt by everything. I've gotten kicked off of things before, and I posted things. People called me like a miserable prick and like a dumb motherfucker and all this stuff.
Oh, okay.
And I get kicked off because I would post back like, "Thank you for reading," and they were like, "You can't interact." Like,
oh, you're hostile. Oh, you're being hostile now. Thank you for your input. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I have several friends who've been put in Facebook jail many times. It never happened to me. I don't know what I'm doing right or wrong, but yeah.
I think our shenanigans, like your shenanigans and my shenanigans, are more like good natured. The ones that get put in Facebook jail, like they're the ones out there making Jeffrey Epstein jokes that aren't right for like stuff like that. Like our shenanigans are more good natured and more fun, albeit with a tiny bit of like sardonic and sarcasm, but not a lot. I mean, just a little.
Yeah.
Bit. So as long as you're staying away from certain subjects, I think you're going to be all right. And I don't see any reason why. Although with some of the TV that's out these days, I was listening to your guys' show with Merlot, and some of those shows you could skirt the edge a little bit, I guess, because there's some sister wives things happening and some other stuff going on that up here in Idaho we don't have a whole lot of it. We're not used to that sort of thing.
I just thought of Idaho as Utah North, but you don't get a lot of that up there, huh?
Utah North. I like to say that the natives down in Utah, I liken them to like the kind of hardcore zealots, and up here they're just kind of relaxed. They just want to get away for the day. They don't want any trouble.
Okay, all right, yeah.
They just want to be dentists and lawyers and be left alone.
And ride their Harleys on the weekend, probably.
Yeah, and make stupid laws for the rest of us to follow in our state. They do that here too. It's just it's not quite as evident as there for sure.
Right. Yeah. Want to get to our TV Tans sponsor of the week. We skipped last week, so we had some things going on, but I was bound and determined not to let another week slip by. So Sugar House Distillery. Go to sugarhousedistillery.net. They got vodka, they got whiskey, they got rum, they got cocktails in cans, and they're all yummy. And they're not technically in Salt Lake. They're technically in South Salt Lake, but they're not. They just call themselves Sugar House. But now they do have a presence over in Sugar House now as well. So the name is not a filthy lie anymore.
They're in the old, like, back there, that old barbecue building on 21st South, right? Somewhere right there.
There's a sort of a pantry building over in Sugar House, and they've got a whole bunch of restaurants and some distilleries and breweries in there, and they've got a presence in there. And of course, I can't remember the name of it, but I've been there. It's very nice.
And I'm sure they added parking for that, and so there's plenty of parking. There's plenty of ways to get around that neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's just really easy to drive in and out of there on any given night or evening, what have you.
Even now that the construction is done, still same. Doesn't make any difference at all. No. And so I understand you're drinking some wine there.
So I'm currently writing a book about Idaho wine. It's called Idaho Wine, where the Rioja meets the Rhone in the Rockies. I could have that backwards. But so to celebrate that I did bring a bottle of Idaho wine. This is from our good friends at Split Rail. And Jed, nice guy. This is his Tempranillo. It's called the Bearded Coyote. And I thought, what better wine to bring to this to us two bearded coyotes than this guy right here. And I think you would really like Jed. Jed's a cool dude. And this wine is it's Tempranillo's good stuff. It's a Spanish wine. It's a lot of fun. It's got flavors of, red wine in it.
All right. Oop. And I'm trying to think of Utah wines. I'm not much of a wine guy, so I'm not up on the Utah wine scene. Do you know of anything happening here that I should know?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't think there is any. I think if there are, it's got to be just made with I don't even know, sagebrush. Like I can't. Wine. Yeah, not just because of the laws and everything. I think it's also just there's just not a good area to kind of grow it. The elevation's really high everywhere, and the winters are really, really rough, and the summers can be super hot. So like here we have this like cool little climate area in a couple of different zones where the climate we grow a lot of hops too. So wherever you can grow hops, you can grow wine grapes. So we have a lot of hops out here, and everywhere pretty much where you can grow the hops, we grow wine grapes. And so we have this little area called Sunny Slope. I wrote an article for Slug Mag a little while ago. Go check that out. And so I don't know I honestly don't know. It's a funny joke, but I honestly don't know. I'm sure it's great.
Okay, and what's just out of my curiosity, what's the brewery local beer scene in Idaho? I mean, every time I turn around or drive somewhere, I notice like, there's a new brewery here in Salt Lake alone, and so we got plenty of them here. What's it like up there?
Yeah, it's good. We're going strong. Breweries here. We had a few close here and there, and we had some kind of merge and some other things happen, but it hasn't been too bad as far as that goes. Only a couple here and there. I know a couple maybe we could do better, but we have some. This one Burt's is these guys actually. The guy went to the same college as me in Southern California. So what's happening here, and maybe a little bit there too, is people are moving here from Southern California, Northern California, Washington, Oregon, because it's gotten too damned expensive to fucking live there.
Yeah.
And also there's traffic, you go to Southern California, and I lived there for college 20-something years ago, and it's even worse now than it was then, which is saying something because it was pretty bad then. So we get a lot of people coming in from California, and I know a lot of my native Idahoans don't like it, but tough, it's happening. And they bring with them a lot of great things. They bring In-N-Out Burger, they bring Blaze Pizza, they bring Top Golf, that's a great one. So they bring a lot of good stuff for the culture that adds a lot to the culture. But they also brought these guys, Rob and his wife Sydney, who came up from Orange County and opened Burt's Brewing, which is an amazing brewery. It's almost kind of like our Templins. They make a lot of different lagers. They do a lot of fun like German style beers. They do a couple IPAs. The IPAs are okay. Templin does a better job with his IPAs, but these guys do a really nice job of making really, really good lagers and really good like kind of lighter beers. So that's been a lot of fun. There's another guy, this guy Adam, Alliteration Ales, which is it's a mouthful. Nice. And that's not his tagline. Can you believe that? It probably should be. What? Yeah. Alliteration Ales.
All right.
It's a mouthful. So this guy This guy opened up a spot here in Garden City, which is kind of like this weird sort of town. It's like Sosala kind of. It's like surrounded by Boise. It's kind of in this weird area. Right. Anyway, there's a ton of breweries and wineries and stuff there. And this guy opened up a beer book bar. So like for you and me. And, not Tommy. I don't know. Tommy might have to sit this one out. It's going to be a lot of reading. I know he is an MBA, but he's going to have to sit this one. He might want to sit this one out. It's a lot of reading. There's a lot of girls in there. I don't know if if it's going to be good for him. So it's this beer book bar where they have all these, and guess what? You would not believe what book they are missing. They never have had it.
Oh, is it the Beer in the Beehive?
It's the Idaho beer book.
Oh yeah,
I know they don't have. Yeah, they don't have. They don't have Dell's book either. We got to get Dell's book in there, and then we'll get my book in there, maybe next.
Yeah, when his book came out, however long ago that was, I wrote a feature on it for City Weekly, and it was on the cover. And to this day, up at the Beer Hive on right downtown, the closest bar nearest the temple, he's proud to tell you, that cover is still displayed with my name on it right up there. So
it is a nice cover. I've seen it many, many times.
Yeah.
And he gave me a copy of that book some time ago, and I do have it still. I think he might have even signed it, or he just put out a cigar on it or something. That's kind of his signature.
One of the two, yeah.
Also, Dell, not a big reader. That book is more picture book than anything else. But he's a great guy. God, I can't think of many people I like more than Dell, especially in the beer scene out there in Utah for sure.
All right, that's enough. Enough with the booze talk. We're here about TV. I'm going to run a couple of new shows that are coming up this week by you, and you tell me whether you'd watch that or you don't care for that at all.
I love this game.
You can ask your dog as well.
Can you hear him?
Just a little bit. That's fine though. What's his name?
That one is probably Murphy.
Probably.
I have two. Okay. It's probably Murphy.
Okay. There's one coming up Monday, the day this episode drops, is on TBS following the NCAA National Championship game called Foul Play with Anthony Davis. It's a freak show from the Impractical Jokers people, but with athletes. And you know how electric they are on camera when they're being interviewed and acting.
Especially 7-footers.
Yeah.
7-footers are known for their charisma and for their engagement with people.
Yeah, so I guess it's going to be pro athletes pranking other pro athletes.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah, I have seen the commercials for this. I have listened to some things about it, and I do not think I will be accompanying you on this journey.
Okay.
Anthony Davis, you know what his nickname is? You probably know. I don't have to tell you. But I'm just going to say it for the audience out there.
Okay,
you know. His nickname is the Brow. Do you know why his nickname is the Brow?
No idea. Why is that?
Because the only discernible piece of sort of character that he has a unibrow.
Oh.
So they nicknamed him, this was in college, they nicknamed him the Brow.
So he's just kept it and said, well, this is my thing. This is my hook. Yep. I'm not going to fix the unibrow. I'm just going to run with it. Okay.
Also, he's kind of known for getting injured all the time. His new nickname has been Street Clothes. That's been his new nickname, which is also not a great nickname for a basketball player. So I hope he doesn't get hurt doing this practical joke show. I hope
he'll probably be fine. That's on TBS. You ever watch The Boys on Prime Video?
I do. I love The Boys. I am so excited for it's going to be the last season. This is one of those things I don't understand I don't understand why we don't have new seasons of Game of Thrones. I don't understand why we don't have new seasons of Curb Your Enthusiasm. And I don't understand why they would take The Boys off, why they would stop making new episodes of The Boys.
Yeah. Well, I can't imagine. Well, Game of Thrones, that's probably budget alone. And, Curb Your Enthusiasm, I can't imagine that has a very high budget except for paying Larry David. And The Boys, probably an expensive show, but come on. It's the fifth and final season premieres Wednesday with 2 new episodes, and there'll be 8 total. Then we'll be done, but I think they plan on doing more with The Boys universe.
Yeah, I tried to watch the YA one, and it just didn't do it for me.
No.
I got through about 2 episodes and I was just not. I went back and watched old episodes of Reacher.
There you go. And I'm sure you were a big fan of The Handmaid's Tale back when it was on.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
just so there's so much stuff going on in that show. It's like Peggy doing stuff.
Peggy from Mad Men. That was her post Mad Men story. She just went on to The Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah, she wears a cape, I guess. I don't follow that one.
Yeah, this is there's a new follow-up series from Margaret Atwood. It's called The Testaments. It takes place 15 years after the events of The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, well, spoiler alert. They all made it, huh?
Apparently, yeah, but I'm sure there's still more depressing stories to be had. So yeah, so there's that coming up on Wednesday, on Hulu on Thursday, on Netflix. Did you like Schitt's Creek? Dan Levy?
Love Schitt's Creek.
Yeah. He's got a new series. It's called Big Mistakes, and he co-created this with Rachel Sennett of I Love L.A. I don't know if you've watched that on HBO. Very funny. Certainly not for dudes of a certain age, but still, it's very funny.
Yep. Yeah. Rachel Sennett's hilarious. That I Love LA show again made it about 4 episodes. The girl who plays the star, the influencer, she has a weird name. It's like
Odessa Azion.
Looks exactly like my daughter Lily.
All right.
Like carbon copies of each other. Like maybe a little bit more like makeup on the Hollywood version of Lily, but yeah. So shout out to both of them. Looking great on TV.
Do you know what her family lineage is? She's the Pamela Adlon's daughter. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bobby Hill.
Yeah.
Gotta love that.
Always Bobby Hill, yeah.
So I like Rachel Sennett. I love that movie that she did with the one where they were in high school with the girl from The Bear.
Was it Bottoms?
Adibi. Yeah, Bottoms. Yeah, Bottoms. Okay. Hilarious.
All right, so that's on Thursday on Netflix if you're interested. Hacks, 5th and final season premiering on HBO Max on Thursday. Mm-hmm. And didn't expect that show to run forever, but still sad as
that's another one, right? They could do 10 seasons of that. Why not?
Easily, yeah. We're moving back to Vegas after a season and a half or so in LA doing the talk show, and now she quit the talk show. Like talk shows are over. We don't really need them anymore.
She quit. She sort of loud quit is what she
very
did.
Loudly quit. Yeah,
yeah, very loudly quit. The woman that writes that and the one that isn't the one from Designing Women, she went to Chapman. She's a Chapman grad, so shout out to her. Cool. And I love that she's crushing it. That show was one. I will tell you this, Bill. I went into that one kicking and screaming. I did not want to watch it, and I watched a season of it. I think we watched a whole season of it in one shot. And right. I love that show. It's a fantastic show. Not only is it just super funny, but if you are a man of a certain age and you don't understand what's happening around you, just watch that show watch that and then watch Euphoria, and you should be, and then watch I Love LA, and you should be caught up with everything.
Yeah, you're right. You're totally right. Yeah. And also we have a new series on Peacock premiering on Thursday called The Miniature Wife. Matthew McFadden and Elizabeth Banks star in this, and basically it's Honey, I Shrunk My Wife.
The Disgusting Brothers. Yes, I love McFadden. He's great. I've yet to see him. He was even good when he didn't really do anything in that Deadpool movie.
Oh yeah.
And he didn't really do anything, but he was still funny and good. Like, he's hilarious. Yeah. And love Elizabeth Banks. I think everybody our age loves Elizabeth Banks, and I think that looks like a fun show. I like the shrinking concept. I don't think I love Ant-Man for the same reason. I'm an unabashed Ant-Man lover, even the bad one.
All
even
right.
Quantumania, I still, Bill Murray's in there. I mean, look, it's not great, but It's Ant-Man.
It's Ant-Man. All right, coming up on Friday on Hulu, something I didn't expect, the return of Malcolm in the Middle. It's the new follow-up series, Malcolm in the Middle, Life's Still Unfair. Yeah. And we got everybody back except I think we got a new Dewey.
Yeah. Wait. So I always get this confused. Is it the oldest kid on Malcolm in the Middle or the one from that 70s show that's doing like 70 to life for basically going on a Bill Cosby like spree?
I think it's the first one.
Okay. It's the guy from that 70s show, right?
Yeah. Okay. This is Christopher.
Because they're brothers. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So remember when we were talking about before about shows that could do like, 100 seasons forever and ever. Yeah. I do not think this is one of those shows.
Well, yeah, you've probably heard the conspiracy theory that Malcolm in the Middle was just the postscript to Breaking Bad.
That's fantastic.
Just the continuation of Breaking Bad.
So, okay. Yeah, that sort of makes sense, except for a couple of things. There's a couple of issues with that. But one, he's like, I don't know, 30 years older in Breaking Bad or something like that.
Yeah. So everybody's back.
How does Seinfeld fit in? How does that fit into the conspiracy theory?
I don't know. Maybe
because he's in there too, isn't he?
Maybe, yeah. So anyway, that starts on Friday on Hulu, and you can also watch all. Just go ahead before Friday. Just watch all 151 episodes of Malcolm in the Middle on Hulu, and then you'll be all caught up.
There's worse ways you can spend some time. It's a great show.
Yeah.
But it's sort of like a very much caught in that time period, like late 90s, early 2000s, something like that.
Yeah.
I just don't. Yeah. Okay. Well,
I watched it. I watched it all. Yeah. And we have a new movie from Jonah Hill directs and co-writes this new movie called Outcome, starring Keanu Reeves as a popular film actor who becomes a victim of a mysterious extortion threat and attempts to make amends with everyone who he could ever possibly have wronged.
Huh.
So this just sounds like a reality show with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. Fine.
I would
why work on Superbad 2 when you can work on that?
Yeah. I would prefer a reality show where Keanu Reeves apologizes to everyone for his band, but this is fine too. I've seen Dogstar twice.
You don't want an apology. You want a signed guitar. You're number one fan.
Well, in 1997, Mrs. Frost desperately wanted to go see Keanu Reeves. If he happened to have his band with him, fine. And so we went to that show at DV8, and they're a fine little rockin' band. Just imagine a dumbed down Gin Blossoms, and you're right there. Yeah.
So it took me about, this is the first time I felt kind of bad. It took me about 4.5 seconds to come up with Dogstar in my head. Mm-hmm. I was like, I know it's something star. And then, so, this movie, the Jonah Hill thing, I don't know where he's been. He was on Saturday Night Live the other night and last night, and he looks bizarre. It's definitely like an Ozempic situation, is he
in thin mode currently?
Yeah, he's Ozempic Jonah Hill, and he's also got like caps, like weird caps on his teeth. Like he looks like, I don't want to say what he looks like, but it's not great.
Okay. All right. All right, that's on Apple TV on Friday, and also I took Mrs. Frost to see Dogstar just year before last, and fine show all around. It was all right, but she wasn't as impressed this time around. She's like, mostly because there was no seating. Had to stand the whole time. She's like, fuck this. Got to stand up the whole time.
No, you shouldn't have to stand up for a band whose lead singer is definitely in his 50s. Mm-hmm. You should, if the lead singer of a band is in his 50s or older, you should have the opportunity to sit down.
Absolutely,
that's ridiculous.
I can tell you, it was not a young crowd there for the show.
For Dogstar. You know what? I'm kind of surprised by that because you should take Mrs. Frost to see John Wick. Have you done that?
She's seen all the John Wicks.
Okay,
yeah.
She's into the John Wick. Okay,
Okay.
All right. So at least there's like, you're getting John Wick with.
You even watched Ballerina, which was okay.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was all right.
I haven't seen it yet. I'll watch it. It's on HBO.
It's worth watching. Also, a new movie dropping on Netflix on Friday called Thrash. Just imagine Sharknado, but instead of a tornado of sharks, it's a hurricane of sharks.
Doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
I'm a no on that. It has to be a tornado of sharks. Otherwise, What's the point?
Yeah, this is from the writer-director of Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters. So there's an endorsement.
That was a good one. Is Steve Zahn, or not Steve Zahn, is Steve from 90210?
No, I don't think so. Let
involved at
me
all?
see who's starring in this. I don't recognize any names at all. So, yeah, never mind on that. And going to Saturday, Kara Swisher. She's on the internet. She knows about tech and stuff. She's a frequent commentator. Of course, she has a podcast. She has a CNN show called Kara Swisher Wants to Live Forever.
Oh, well, at least she's not going to Italy.
No. Yeah, that's all the other show. That's Eva Longoria gets to travel the world under the guise of producing a show. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, good work if you can get it.
Yeah. And also we have a premiere of a movie on Lifetime. I just love the names of Lifetime movies. I will never watch them, but the titling is always perfect. This one is called I Have to Kill My Neighbor.
Yep.
Yeah. And the commentary here on Metacritic is, by any chance, is your neighbor Rand Paul? Which that's a solid burn right there.
Interesting. It's a solid burn. And does this have to do, I don't know if you've delved too much into that other than the title. You really don't have to. But I assume that there's a gazebo is on two sides of property and they're trying to figure out who owns the gazebo.
Well, property dispute probably.
Yeah, it's a property dispute involving a gazebo.
A tree hanging over the fence. I got one of those situations. Yeah. And speaking of the show that's been away for a long time, Euphoria season 3, after 4 years away, is finally coming back on Sunday on HBO and HBO Max. And one of the stars is dead, Angus Cloud. He died somewhere in there. Zendaya and Sydney Sweeney both became movie stars, so they're busy. And HBO and the creator of the show, Sam Levinson, are been having disagreements over the direction of the show. And I'm sure Sam Levinson wants to have just constant fucking in the foreground. And HBO was like, can you insert some story in there a little bit?
HBO's like, how about a dragon?
Yeah. We got to put in a dragon to liven things up.
If you're going to have fucking in the foreground, why not a dragon in the background?
Yeah, joining the cast this season include Sharon Stone.
Oh, boy.
Natasha Lyonne, Rebecca Pidgeon, Kadeem Hardison. I'm trying to singer Rosalia, and Marshawn Lynch.
Natasha Lyonne's relapse is starting to come into focus. I'm starting to see what happened there.
It probably started when she filmed this.
Can you imagine going to work with all those maniacs?
Nope, not at all. Nope.
Kadeem Hardison just trying to get you to come on tour with him, and just the whole, good Lord.
Yeah. Also on Sunday on AMC and AMC Plus, we have the premiere of a new show called The Audacity. It's basically a more dramatic take on Silicon Valley.
Yeah,
what we're looking at here. And Galifianakis is in it, and as is Lucy Punch, and you got some fine comic actors in it. Rob Corddry, but apparently it's going more dramatic. So we'll see how that turns out.
That'll be great. That'll be great. That's what you want. That's why Baskets did so well. You want Zach Galifianakis in a dramatic role, doing dramatic things with Rob Corddry of all people. Rob Corddry. He's been in a few P.T. Anderson movies, hasn't he? He's done some real work, I think, right? Yeah. I think Hot Tub Time Machine 2. I think P.T. was the second on that. So yeah, I think that that sounds like an interesting situation. If it's just like another version of Silicon Valley, I'll just go watch that again. That's
why not?
Really good.
Yeah. And as far as I asked you before you came on here, you gave me. I asked you for what are you watching these days, and you mentioned Moonshiners, a show I've seen a little bit of, and also you mentioned the new Daredevil season. Were you familiar with you saw the first season, I'm guessing, right?
Oh, yeah. Those are all good. Yeah, all the Netflix ones, except for Iron Fist. All of those were all the Defenders shows were really good. Iron Fist, I don't know what you thought about it, but I couldn't stop thinking of the guy as the Prince of Flowers the whole time.
Yeah, I was a fan of the Iron Fist comic book back in the day, and I was somewhat disappointed in Iron Fist the series. It's like Oh no, they fucked it all up.
Just every time he was on camera, I was just
They
like,
got they did Daredevil right. They did Luke Cage right.
Awesome.
Jessica Jones came after my time reading comics, but still fantastic series.
fantastic. Yeah. Christian
But
Ritter.
Iron Fist, nope. But
So,
yeah,
Yeah, the Iron Fist thing was hilarious because it was definitely like one of those things where that poor actor, whoever, I think his name is Finn something, I don't know.
yeah.
Anything he's in, I'm just gonna right away be like, "Where's Renly? When are we gonna start to see some stuff happen here?" Like
It's that
that's
Game
all I'm gonna think.
the Game of Thrones curse.
Yep, it's it's like Luke Skywalker, right? Like that's why he had to be a voice actor.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
everybody kept seeing him as Luke. Yeah, the superhero shows, those ones were really good. There's some other ones that weren't so great. Did you ever watch that Inhumans show? Did you ever see that one?
Unfortunately, yes. I did see
That was another Game of Thrones guy. They lived on the moon, and the main character couldn't talk. Mm-hmm. That was a good one.
Black Bolt. Black Bolt.
Black
I remember the comic book. Yeah, he didn't speak in the comic either, which didn't make a big difference because it was a comic book.
He had a tuning fork that did all the talking for him, I think, in the comic book.
On the head, yeah.
Yeah.
And also, what was the big movie with God, I can't remember, but it bombed completely. Not the
Inhumans?
Not Inhumans, but there was another one. Anyway, Kumail Nanjiani was in it.
Oh, the Eternals.
The Eternals, yeah. He got all jacked for it, and he was prepared to spend the next 10 years making bank in the Marvel universe, and then that movie just bombed. And it's like, well, that career plan went right out the window.
So Marvel saw that movie, and they were watching that movie, and they had Chloe Zhao there, who's like a genius film director, right? Mm-hmm. Well, she made that movie where Frances McDormand poops in the bucket. It's a great one. So they're sitting there watching that movie, and they're like, oh, shit. The only way we can save this, we need like something at the end. We need a giant star. Well, they put fucking Harry Styles in just at the end of that movie, and it still didn't save it. It's still
I completely forgot all about that. So yeah, it shows how effective it was.
And then like it was so long. It was so long.
And in the list here, you included I mentioned it a second ago, Moonshiners. Which iteration of Moonshiners? There's a bunch of them, aren't there?
This is whatever's new on HBO right now, the newest season, I assume. Okay. It's on HBO Max. And not only do I love this show because obviously I am the Idaho booze guy, and that's that's kind of my lane. But I also love this show because this is probably like maybe the antithesis or the companion show to something like Real Housewives of Salt Lake or something, where these moonshiners, there is no possible way that it's real. It can't be real because these guys are on TV and they're like pulling heists. And there was one guy who got some moonshine stolen from him. And I mean, these guys are hillbillies. They're up in the mountains. They're doing their thing. And his first thought was, this guy just stole moonshine from me. The only way I can get him back is A, go talk to him, B, call the police, or C, use actual dynamite to blow up his campsite.
I'm guessing C.
He chose C, Bill.
Yeah, that's good TV.
How can you do that and then be like, it comes on air and a year later or whatever, and then just like walk around your town? It's not possible.
Yeah, everybody's watching that show thinking, I don't remember that. When did that happen?
Yeah, like a cop comes like, we have to talk to you about this thing where you blew up a campsite with dynamite. And like, I don't think that was me.
It's just for the TV show. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I don't know if you ever saw Growing Belushi. It was Jim Belushi and his weed farm up in Oregon.
I remember it.
Yeah, I did learn a little bit about growing weed, but mostly it's just shenanigans.
Yeah. And that's the part about Moonshiners I like the best are the shenanigans. I do like all the escaping from the police here and there. They did do a heist, which was really cool because that was the still he lasted a batch with his dad on. You got to get that still back.
Do you learn anything about moonshining on Moonshiners at all?
So I'll tell you this, and this will just be like a slight plug for the show. I have I'm having Andy Koenig on my show, who's the owner of Koenig Distillery. Up here, he does a lot of good booze, and we actually got to talking about moonshiners. And there was a thing that one of the moonshiners did. She made an old fashioned. She distilled an old fashioned flavored whiskey, like it was a whiskey. And it was all the flavors. She made like the bitters. She did like an orange liqueur, and she distilled it all into one thing. And according to the hillbillies on that show, it tasted great.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have any idea.
All right.
But
And another one, Next Level Chef.
do you watch any? Are you into any cooking? Do you do any of that stuff?
Not really, no. I remember watching Top Chef back in the day, but that was just for Padma. And now she's not on it anymore. So she's on another show that is exactly like Top Chef, but it's on CBS.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah.
thing.
So Next Level Chef is a lot of fun because it involves these two guys, Richard Blaze and Gordon Ramsay, right?
Oh.
And these guys are. You remember that movie Mad Max Fury Road?
Yeah.
Do you remember what the main character's job was in that movie?
What was it exactly? I don't remember.
He was a blood bag, Bill.
A blood bag. Okay.
Blood bag.
Blood bag.
These two guys are blood bagging it hard. Their hair is insane. They're both in their late 50s, mid to late 50s, and their hair is thick, glistening. It's like Tom Brady. It's unbelievable, the hair. And as a bald guy, I see this and I get very upset.
Yeah.
And it's the chef sounded all fine. There's a bunch of stories. Everybody cries. But the other thing about this show but the hair thing is insane. The other thing that's insane about this show is to keep just keep Gordon Ramsay happy. And I don't know why this is the case, why it keeps him happy. They film it in Ireland. So everyone has to just go to Ireland. One guy gets to stay kind of close to his house. Everybody else has to go stay in some shithole apartment or whatever in Ireland and go do this show, some Ireland soundstage. I mean, it can't be that great. And plus, it's not exactly known for its culinary, it's like Idaho. It's a lot of potatoes. Next Level Chef is a good one. Check it out. It's on.
Also mentioned the F1 show on Netflix.
Well, since Tommy's not here, we could do a small sports. We could do a sports.
Yeah.
Go ahead and play it in.
Go right ahead.
You want to play it in?
But all right. It's sports with Steve Koonce.
Thanks, Bill. So I don't know if you've seen this. The F1. Have you seen that show? The F1 Drive to Succeed or Drive
I just
to
know there's
whatever
a key on my keyboard here.
It
does a command. I don't know what it does though.
No one knows what any of those buttons do. So this show is insane. First of all, the insanity. So you know how everybody is crazy about how much money basketball players make, or like in Salt Lake, you have a basketball team. So every so often you'll see a Lamborghini flying past, and it's probably a jazz guy
or one of those NHL too, man.
Yeah, those guys aren't driving. Those are pickup truck guys. Those aren't Lamborghini guys.
They're loving the NHL here in Salt Lake, I'll tell you.
I bet they are. It would be fun. I like the NHL too, and I'm happy that you guys got a team. But this F1 show is insane. The amount of money that these people throw around. So these guys are race car drivers, right?
Right.
So one team, everywhere they go, guess how they get there?
I don't know. How they jet?
Choppers. They take choppers everywhere. They are literally race car drivers with free cars working for McLaren or whatever. They take helicopters everywhere they go. They take a helicopter. It is an insane show. I love it. I've been watching it since the first season. I don't care anything about F1. I don't care anything about race car driving. But this show is just so insane. It's like being transported to a different world because it's all the money and everything. And one team is owned by Red Bull, and it's literally their headquarters is like a James Bond villain castle in the middle of the Austrian Alps.
I might have to watch this.
Yeah, you should check it out. But yeah, that F1, and that's I think that's gonna do it unless Tommy doesn't have anything to add. That's gonna do it for sports. Thank you so much.
And sports with Steve Koonce. All right. I didn't think of race car driving as a high high roller, big money sport. Well, I guess it is, or at least
It's a traveling circus. They go from these towns, they go all over the world to like Doha and Miami and England, London. They go to all these places and all these other places. Azerbaijan. The guy is totally the British guy. It's so great. So they go to, and it's just, they basically land a jumbo jet, each team. And there's, I think 12 teams or something. Maybe there's more. There's like 12 teams. So they all like land a jumbo jet and they pull out like all these trailers and it turns into a full office space for them to be every single week in all these different places. It's an insane thing.
So is there more racing? Is there more hanging out, or is it a balance of the two?
It's balance of the two, definitely. I'd say actually there's more hanging out than there is racing, which is great because the racing part is kind of boring, really. The deal with F1 is if you get the pole position on Saturday, you're probably going to win on Sunday because the track is like, it's not like seventh east. Like it's like, fourth south. Like it's just like this big. Like you can't get down. Like, and there's a tracks train in the way and all it's this whole thing.
It's not like a real nail biter or anything. Okay.
It's not really, just for like maybe the last like 20 positions, but the first position is pretty much, unless he gets into a crash or something, he's usually going to win.
Okay. Another one you mentioned here, For All Mankind, you just started it. That's the alternate reality where Russia made the space race happen before the U.S. did. And then things just get weird from there, right?
So our friend Joel Kinnaman is in this. We love him. What was that show? Altered Black? Is that what it was called?
Altered States?
Altered something.
Yeah, Altered Carbon.
Altered Carbon, that's what it was.
Yeah,
and then he was also in Suicide Squad.
Yes, he was. Yes.
So we're big fans of Joel Kinnaman. I would think over here. And he this show, there are so many things to love about this show if you're just like a regular dude, because there's space, there's smoking, there's drinking. It's like Mad Men, but in Houston.
Yeah.
So, there's the one problem this show does have though, and I'm only on the first season, so maybe it'll get better. I don't know. But they do not have a Roger Sterling. They need a Roger Sterling. Yeah. So I don't know. There's 4 seasons. There's like the fourth. I don't know. One of the seasons.
Yeah, I think we're on number 5 currently. Yeah.
So maybe they even just hired Roger Sterling to come in and do it. That's what I would have done after the first
Roger
season.
Sterling. Just make it
totally
happen.
could have been Roger Sterling. It's the 60s and 70s in that first season. Why not?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
It's just like one of those. I don't think this is like a show that you watch with the wife or anything. I think this is a dude show.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
It's a dude show.
I've watched a little bit of it. I haven't committed to it, but I probably will now that I know this about it. Now that I know the possibility that Roger Sterling shows up halfway through.
You know what? If the producers are listening, they can take that note and do whatever they want with it. What I would do is I would go hire Roger Sterling.
Flattery.
Yeah, Flattery.
Yep.
Get Flattery in there. And he could be a bigwig from the marketing company up in New York.
It all works perfectly.
Somebody get a typewriter out and start typing this shit up.
Yeah. You mentioned here The Flash, a show from the CW, which I now think resides where? Where does it reside now? Where do you watch
I'm
it?
watching this on Netflix. It's on it's streaming on Netflix.
Yeah.
And
I watched the whole thing when it was on the CW, and it started off great, and then they started trying to squeeze more seasons out of it, and it got a little strange, and it's kind of one of those things where let's just give everybody on the show superpowers.
The first season you're right. The first season is a mess. But if you're like a comic book guy and you're listening to or you're watching it, you're just like, oh, this is fantastic. Look, it's Molten Man. Oh, look, it's this guy. It's that guy. Like you're just, even if you're not even a Flash fan, like I don't know that I've ever bought one Flash comic in my whole life. Maybe it came in a pack. I don't know. I used to buy these big packs of DC comics, so maybe there were a few in there. The Flash to me was always hilarious. In this show, it's just as hilarious because it's like, oh shit, there's a tornado coming that's got lightning and sharks and it's spraying shit all over the place and everyone's gonna die. And then he goes to Ed Kavanaugh and he's like, Ed, what do I do? And Ed's like, fuck. I'll tell you what we're gonna do here, Barry.
Yeah.
We're gonna need you to run. We're gonna need you to run as fast as you can.
Yeah, and there's
Just run as fast
they
as
have
you
all
can.
sorts of fun with alternate Earths. And there's one where they make a very, very cool callback to the 1990 TV series The Flash,
Yes.
where it only lasted one season. They were trying to they were trying to cash in on the whole Batman 1989 thing, and it kind of had that look to it. It was kind of dark, and it was okay. It was an okay show, but that was a really nice callback. They brought that guy in.
Moody Flash is what it
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
I remember, and his costume was a unitard. It was like, at least in this Flash with the CW, the costume is like supposed to be this space age polymer, whatever. And in that Flash, it was literally just like a unitard. And like, I just remember watching like maybe one episode or two episodes and just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But this Flash is. I know it's old, and I know it's been off the air for at least probably 2 or 3 years, something like that.
Yeah, it's not that old.
But
though.
the thing that I love about it is it has these two actors in it that are their only thing is they were in other things. They weren't like all the other actors in it are just these 20-year-olds that have done nothing before, and then they have the guy from Law and Order. And then they have the guy, Ed Kavanaugh, or not Ed, Ted, what's his name? Kavanaugh, Kavanaugh.
Tom
Kavanaugh,
believe,
who was in one show on ABC. Yeah, Ed. And he chews up, they just chew up the scenery. Every single scene that they're in is just like, nom, 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 nom.
And the guy who played Barry, he came from Glee.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
There you go.
And
I
I'm
was a
trying to
huge
think of one of the women on the show, Danielle Panabaker. I just saw this movie last night. I got back from the gig Magda Vega played in Ogden, got back to the hotel room and flipped on the TV, and there was a Piranha Double D. And she was in that. So she went from The Flash to Piranha Double D to nothing.
Which one was she? Who? I don't know. Sorry, I don't know the name of the actress. Is she the love interest or the scientist lady?
Scientist lady, blonde.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Scientist lady.
And yeah, she was in the follow up to Piranha 3D, which was Piranha Double D. And a terrible movie. Lots of tits though, not hers.
So yeah, I don't know how things are going down there in Utah, but in order to watch that movie here, you have to get a VPN.
Oh, really? This was on Tubi.
Tubi.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, I know, right? And
the Flash has been a guilty pleasure thing. I've just been I'm on the second season, and I can already see myself bailing on it because it's more of and now everybody's going to be a superhero because they came from an alternate reality or something.
It went on a little longer than it should have.
Okay, this would be great. I wish we could have phone callers right now to guess how many seasons The Flash on CW went, because it is way more than you think it is. If you're sitting there in your car or mowing the lawn, or you left on another podcast and this one rolled in after it, which are like half of my clicks, then you're probably thinking there like, well, The Flash on CW, like maybe 3 seasons, maybe 4. No, there are 9. Mm-hmm. 9 full 20 plus episode seasons.
What goes 9 seasons anymore? Nothing.
With 20 episodes.
I know. They were
hours.
Full ass TV proper seasons, not this 13 episode shit.
Yeah. They can. Yeah, that's always Sunny people can lick them where they pee, because they're doing 20 episodes of The Flash.
Yeah.
And he doesn't come up with other ways to solve things, people. He just runs fast.
Yes. And I don't know if you've watched Sweet D's high
intent,
high potential.
High potential. Yes.
She's a quirky outsider working with the cops. She's Monk.
Look,
she's observant. She knows things. Where the cops are just fucking morons. So she had to bring her to help. Yeah.
Yep. I put that show on and obviously watched 10 episodes one after the other. Yes, obviously.
Yeah. Not a bad show.
Monk. She's Sweet D and she's Monk. She's Monk, Sweet D Monk. It's awesome. Yeah. And there's a couple of people in that show that are kind of like TV stars that eat up the scenery too. That's pretty.
The guy who plays her partner, you might remember him from Rescue Me back in the day. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And she was on a talk show during the first season of High Potential, and whoever it was, might have been Jimmy Kimmel, was asking her, "So, do you recommend people who are really, really into High Potential go back and watch It's Always Sunny?" She said, "No, do not.
Those are two different things.
do not watch It's Always Sunny. Don't let your kids watch it."
Yeah, it's like if you're an Angela Lansbury fan from Murder, She Wrote and going back and watching some of her beach movies from the 60s, it's going to be different.
Not the same thing, no. And I think last time we had you on here, you were complaining about, rightfully so, about whichever Taylor Sheridan show was. It was Landman, right?
I mean, complain is a strong word for Landman because you really can't complain about, like, if you eat too much ice cream, you can't complain when you get a stomach ache. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Landman was a whole heaping thing of ice cream.
And
I think what we were talking about was how the female actors in that movie were, what was the phrase? God fucking awful. That's what it was.
Yeah. In the second season of the show, the show, by the way, what absolutely does not work without Billy Bob. You couldn't put another actor in there and have this show work. Nope.
He's awesome in it.
Yeah.
He's
and,
like legit.
They kind of, in the second season, they kind of turned a bit of a corner with the female characters. They kind of gave them a little more depth, a little more, especially the daughter. The last one you would expected to have any depth to her, they kind of made her a little more of a sympathetic character. So I think they're figuring it out. Now that show is everybody's like, Yellowstone, what's Yellowstone? We're all about Landman now. And so also there's this new Yellowstone spinoff, Marshals, with Case, one of the sons of John Dutton.
The youngest son.
At the end of Yellowstone, he and his Native American wife and their son, they sold the Yellowstone to the reservation, and they got their own little parcel of land, and now he's just out there working the land. And so this series Marshals premieres, and he's out there working the land with his son, no wife in sight, and they kind of hint at that she's not around anymore, and we get to the end of the first episode. Here's her headstone. They just fucking killed her because either we couldn't afford another actor or we just didn't feel like writing a part for her. So she's like, she doesn't even appear. She's just like dead. So like,
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's the second one. That Taylor Sheridan was just like, I don't know, fuck this chick.
Yeah, the thing is, Taylor Sheridan really doesn't have anything to do with this show. He's just got his name on it. Yeah, and what it is like Case's buddy from the Navy SEALs. He's back in town. Is like, oh, I'm heading up the local marshals, and we're hunting down bad guys out here. He's like, he's trying to recruit him for the marshal service, and in the Case is like, I'm not about. I'm just working the ranch here with my son. I got my hands full. And by the end of the episodes, he's recruited into the marshals with no. Okay, who's going to run the fucking ranch? The kid is useless. He can't do it. So
maybe they'll resurrect the mom.
Maybe, the ghost of the mom will.
Yeah, they get the ghost of the mom in there.
Yeah, so
she'll stop demanding her own parking space, and they'll get her back on the show. Yeah,
so of course, Case has flashbacks to the war, and they just recruit him into the marshals unvetted, just like, he's my buddy from the military. He's like, oh, cool, let him in. He's a little bit kill happy. I mean, he just outright kills a guy in the first episode, and. But to make it, not too rednecky, just rednecky enough, the marshals are out hunting down like white supremacists.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
But and they're like, what happens when they run into him? They're like, look, Jim, enough's enough. Let's.
Yeah, we all know each other out here. Yeah. It's kind of like that. And it's not great. The thing is, for us complaining for us having minor quibbles with the way Taylor Sheridan runs things, this show could use a lot more Taylor Sheridan to just make it more interesting, because right now it's It's indistinguishable from like Fire Country or any of those other shows with like beardy dudes and
We need subtitles.
Yeah. It's just another one of those shows, and it's probably going to run for like 12 seasons. So, yeah. So, yeah, I wouldn't recommend watching that one. I tried just out of my duty as a somewhat of a TV critic. Okay, I'm gonna check out the first few episodes of Marshals. It's like, wow, I didn't think I would ever say this show could use some more Taylor Sheridan, but there you go. Damn.
I'm fixing it.
And so we're about in an hour here, which is our usual cutoff here, and trying to think of any shows worth plugging here. I have been watching the Saturday Night Live UK version, which is it looks like Saturday Night Live from New York. It's got all the aesthetics. It's got like a weekend update segment. It's got an opening monologue. So it's set up kind of the same, but it has some sketches that are very universal. Like you don't have to be British to get it. It's funny the way it is. But then there's some sketches that are so British.
It's like just a guy eating like a tinned fish sandwich or something, and you're supposed to just understand what that means. It's like way British in some parts and like very, very traditional Saturday Night Live in others. So I'd still recommend it. I'm gonna check that out. That's on Peacock, right?
Yeah, it's on Peacock. Yeah, the first episode was really strong. Tina Fey hosted. Second episode, Jamie Dornan hosted, and it was not quite as good. Jamie Dornan
from the soccer show.
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, and the episode
and Roosters.
Yeah,
he's good in Rooster.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Rooster. Oh my God. Have you ever seen anything as close to a traditional network sitcom on HBO than Rooster?
The thing about Bill Lawrence, his shows that he has, they're just they score. I think they're for like people that miss those traditional sitcoms like Shrinking Rooster, Ted Lasso.
Yeah,
I think they're just all.
Even the new Scrubs.
Oh yeah, I haven't checked that out yet. Is it good?
It's good. Yeah, if you like the old Scrubs, this is the same show. They're just a little bit older. That's it.
Okay, I could watch.
And today's episode that drops on Peacock is hosted by Riz Ahmed, who's in this new show called Bait. It's a British series, and also I don't know if you ever watched the movie The Sound of Metal.
Awesome. Yeah, the cochlear implant, right?
the deaf noise metal drummer, which is I think is a prerequisite actually. I'm going to be a few more shows like last night's the Magda Vega played up in Ogden. I'm going to be there with the implants pretty soon, probably.
Get that cochlear implant going. Yeah, most great broadcasters have them. Rush Limbaugh had them, right? Like, so you'll be right. You'll be in pretty good company.
Me and Rush, yeah.
You and Rush. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You're gonna. He was in. He had a show on HBO too. Riz Ahmed did. It was a short like. He got busted for something he didn't do or whatever. It was really good. I
remember that show, yeah. And the musical guest, it really doesn't get any more British than this. Kasabian, who had one almost top 200 hit in America in like 2004. But they're still a band in Britain, and apparently this like the biggest thing. Like I don't know if you ever saw there was a documentary about Oasis called Supersonic, and it had subtitles because you couldn't understand what the brothers were saying most of the time. Yeah. And it made them out like they were like the biggest band in the galaxy. They were only that in England, and they were
Liam had to move to India or something because of all the people. Noel. Look, I'm a 90s guy.
Oasis. Yeah, they're back.
Oasis. I like Oasis. Their first two albums. Oh yeah. Their third album is even pretty good. Mm-hmm. But that is the biggest shit I've ever. That thing where Oasis was the biggest band in the world is the stupidest thing. They weren't even the biggest band that was like Oasis in the world. There was like U2 was way bigger than them.
Blur for fuck's sake.
Yeah. Well, I was just gonna make the joke. How soon do you think until Blur is on Saturday Night Live UK?
oh wow, yeah.
And how many times do they sing song number 2? 3 times, 4 times.
Yeah,
I mean, it's only like a minute and a half.
I don't know if that song was a hit in England like it was in America. I think they had a lot more cerebral hits over in England than they did here.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I think song 2 was a joke on their behalf. It was like, let's make a Nirvana song.
Oh yeah.
It becomes the biggest thing they ever did.
Yeah. Well, the joke's on them. That song still plays on the radio about 5-10 times a week. I'm sure. On Lithium.
Probably also probably at sports events like Seven Nation Army.
Oh yeah.
Another one of those unlikely sports anthems that just
Yep.
becomes a hit year after year. Or Mark Mothersbaugh of Devo. I read a recent interview with him, and he doesn't make the biggest money he makes these days is not from the Devo back catalog or any of the movie soundtracks they did. It's just a few seconds clip on Ridiculousness that plays like 500 times a day on MTV. He said he makes like an easy $1 million off that every year. Just that.
It's amazing that anybody makes any money off MTV right now.
I know, right?
That is really great for him.
He's the only one making any money off that.
It's got to, and I'm sure he has like every friend and family member he knows has it on tuned to MTV all the time, just so he can get that money. Hey, cash that check.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not buying any Devo, so God bless you.
They're coming to Salt Lake here in in the next couple of weeks. I think I actually have tickets to go to that through a friend of mine. Said, you want to go to Devo? This was like months ago. I said, yeah. And now it's going to come up. I go, oh shit, it's for real. We're going to go see Devo.
God, I'm actually doing this.
I have not seen them since 1990 at the U of U Student Union Ballroom.
Are you think they'll remember you or?
Yeah. I'll wait for the guy.
Go?
Oh, hey, Bill. Yeah, it'll be just like old times. It'll be great.
Oh, you grew your beard out.
Yeah. That's me. Still me. And so TV Tan Podcast episode 0570. Without Tommy Milagro, I want to thank Steve Koonce for dropping in. Please plug whatever you have out there that is pluggable.
Thank you so much for having me on, Bill. I really appreciate it. Tommy, wherever you are, just keep your pants on, man. Do not take your pants off. I'm telling you right now, in Dallas, anywhere near Dallas, you just want to keep those pants on.
Yes.
It's
sure.
My dad's side of the family's Texan. Believe me when I tell you, I know the rules. So just make sure you keep the pants on and get some barbecue while you're. So I have my Substack, like we all do, IdahoBooze.substack.com, the Idaho Booze podcast. You can find that on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Substack. I'm probably forgetting 1 or 2 places, but you can get that there. You can also follow me on the Facebook at Steve Koonce, and I think I'm on the Twitter and everything else at The Daily Beard. And I've got a book coming out. It's about Idaho wine, but it is a travel book. So for people interested in Idaho wine, it's going to be sort of that vein, like a sober Anthony Bourdain who isn't funny or interesting. Is kind of the way that it's
way to
looking.
sell it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's going to go on the back. Actually, that's the blurb on the back of the book. So not too bad. Not too shabby.
That's the winner right there. Yeah.
Yeah. I got his.
When you're doing the readings at Barnes and Noble or wherever you do book readings.
Your mouth to God's ears. I hope Barnes and Noble's listening. I was thinking maybe the Walgreens and CUNA. I know we got that locked down.
Yeah.
We've got a couple other great spots, and it's going to come out. So that should be out hopefully in the fall. And and that's kind of where I'm at and what we're doing. All the plugs that's fit to plug.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for having me on. I'm sorry Tommy couldn't be here. But seriously, Tommy. Don't do anything stupid there. It's not Utah. They're not nice.
No. Don't mess with Texas. No.
It's free.
To plug here at TV10, we want to thank our sponsor, Sugar House Distillery. All their fine stuff. They're the OG sponsor of TV10 podcast. They were there first. Yeah. And then they were followed by our fine sponsors like Outlaw Distillery out in the Midvale area. Ogden's own distillery up in Ogden. They've got the Five Wives. They've got the Underground, the gin. They've got the Madame Paterini gin.
Yeah.
I'm not a gin guy, but I like that one. That's a good one. And what else? Bohemian Brewery. They make all kinds of fine beers. What my favorite summer beer is the Cerveza. It's a Mexican lager. nice and light. And they make a fine Hefeweizen. I'm always on the hunt for a good Hefeweizen, and not a lot of them are made locally. They have one, and it's a good one, the Noble Hef. But you got to go out there to the place and get a growler of it. They don't make it to go in any other form.
I'm a Czech Pilsner guy, 100%.
Yes.
Love that beer. I think it's my favorite Utah beer. I think it is. It is.
Oh,
and I really fucking love that beer.
Can you get it up there? Do they have it up
there? No,
nope.
We got Templins. We just got Templins about 8 months ago.
Okay. All right.
So we do have some Templins rolling around. We have some of their IPAs I've seen on tap. I actually just had the one with the number in it, West 238, whatever it is. That one's really good. Yeah. So we have we've gotten a couple of Utah breweries up here, but yeah, we'd love to see Fisher. We'd love to see Bohemian. That'd be great. Bohemian would be out. God, if I get Czech Pilsner here, my day, I'd be good to go.
Oh yeah. And also
Chernybach too. Chernybach.
Yes.
Amazing.
They're all good. Also our friend Ivy at Booze Teak for all your drinking accoutrement. They also have a lot of non-alcoholic stuff there. I did an article year before last about non-alcoholic offerings. Apparently they're blowing up not only in Utah but everywhere, the non-alcoholic stuff. I tried a few. They make pretty good mixers. Drinking them straight up, wouldn't recommend it. You don't want to do shots of a fake tequila. It's just
if you can drink regular alcohol, just let the people that can't drink regular alcohol drink that stuff.
Yeah.
And you enjoy your Madame Perini's gin and your Sugar House vodka and all that good stuff. That stuff is.
We've had a couple of mocktail bars spring up here in Salt Lake. Shockingly,
it's called swig.
Yeah, well, there's that too. Yeah, unofficial, but a couple of different ones where they make craft cocktails out of non-alcohol, and they're not doing great, which surprises me.
It's a hell of a deal too, Bill. You get the mocktail, but it's a full real cocktail price. So it's a $15 cocktail that has cranberry juice and ginger in it. It's really
so maybe I can see why Swig is winning out on that one.
They're starting to pop up here, and it's one of those things where you just kind of watch people go in and you just shake your head under what's happening.
And also want to plug my own Substack. You can find it at billfrost.tv or billfrost.substack.com. I do a weekly rundown of what's coming up. It's kind of a TV thing. Also, my monthly TV column drops there as well. I started dropping it there because I had a couple of publications, namely the one in Salt Lake and the one in Spokane, the Inlander. They originally switched over to website servers. They switched CMSs and lost a good 10 years of archives of mine. They're still there, but I would have to go back and relink all of them. So now I'm just going to host it myself and not worry about that. So
what I used to write for a newspaper in Twin Falls, and so I did, I don't know, a jillion columns for. I did a column a week at least, maybe two some weeks, and all of it is behind a paywall that I do not have access to.
Okay, I don't have that problem. Was that a daily paper? That wasn't a weekly, right?
It's a daily paper. Oh yeah, it's like their newspaper. And as soon as I stopped writing a column for them, they canceled my free membership that I had, and now I can't get to it at all. So shout out Twin Falls Times News. I appreciate that paywall. Everyone that can read them though, go and see what beer was like in 2011. I think you're gonna find it. It's really, or 2012, whenever.
I'm trying to think of any alt weeklies that are behind a paywall. Like none are coming to me. My monthly thing, it runs in Salt Lake City Weekly, Inlander in Spokane, Coachella Valley Independent out in Palm Springs, and Washington City Paper in DC. Wow. And so out of all those, I make enough. I make some good beer money out of.
I've lived everywhere where those are, and I've read those papers in every single one of those places.
Yeah. Washington City Paper went to strictly online publication a few years ago. They don't print anymore. So and there's that. So once again, thanks, Steve. We should be back next week with Tommy Milagro. Should he survive Texas?
It's a 50-50 shot at this point.
I mean, he's been down there before. He's covered the Crockett Cup before, and I think it was previously. I don't know if they move it around from year to year. I don't know. He's been to Texas. I've only been to Austin. Austin is completely different
really
from the rest of the
Texas.
state.
Yeah.
I've only been to South by Southwest, just loaded up to the hallucinatory stage on barbecue and beer, and just like stumbling from show to show to show to show, and maybe
This
movie.
was last weekend in Sugar House, or this was at South by Southwest?
Well, yeah, you can't really do that. Actually, no, maybe there's enough bars now in Sugar House. You could do that. Yeah, Sugar House, they're stock. They've got a lot of bars now there, including the old ones you remember, like the tap
Fiddlers.
room and the Sugar House pub. Yeah, but there's other ones that have popped up, and yeah, we no longer have the Wasatch Pub. It is now they've renamed it. They've taken the Wasatch name out of it, and now it is something else, but they still serve all the same stuff. Since we no longer have Wasatch Brewery here in Salt Lake.
Oh, right,
Sadly,
yeah.
Wasatch and Squatters are no
They
longer
got bought
here.
by Monster Energy drink.
Long time ago, but now they're just not here. They closed down that shop on Third West.
That's too bad.
Sad.
Too bad.
All right.
Yep.
Well, thanks, Steve.
Thank you. Thank you,
And-
Bill. Thank you so much for having me on.
All right. On that note, good night, America.
And I just, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Pam.
I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I miss it already. I miss it already. And they threw my headshot in the trash like it was the Epstein files.
Come on.
What am I going to do?
I'm sure you're going to have other opportunities.
Yeah, you could work in sports. I mean, you already look like a women's basketball coach who got suspended for pulling on a player's braid.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's so nice. That is so nice.
Yeah, no problem.